The depths of the serene blue waters of the secluded sea hold secrets beyond human imagination. Despite humanity's pride in its intelligence, there are creatures in the mysterious realm of nature whose love, emotions, and family bonds surpass those of humans. One such enchanting creature is the orca. They are not only known for their extraordinary intelligence but also for the tenderness and expressions of grief they exhibit, which touch the heart. They seem to cling to their families until their last breath. However, what is most astonishing is that, at times, they quietly approach death, as if willingly accepting the end of their connection to this world. But why? Why do they willingly step towards death, and how do their families stand by them during those moments, mourning them like humans? I will explain that shortly, but first, let's delve into the final chapter of these remarkable creatures' lives and explore the stories of their families' mourning and incredible love, diving deep into the sea. In 2018, during the summer in Greece, an event occurred off the coast of Vancouver Island, Canada, that shook the world. A female orca named Talika lost her newborn calf. But this death was not the end of her story. Rather, it was the beginning of a journey of grief. For nearly 17 days, Talika carried her dead calf on her head, traversing thousands of miles across the sea.
A fascinating story here. A killer whale that grieved her dead calf for 17 days is a mother.
This unusual behavior caught the attention of marine researchers. Experts were baffled as to why a mother whale would express grief in this manner. What kind of love would prevent her from letting go of her calf? Initially, the research team thought it was an expression of grief, but a closer look revealed a different picture. Talika was not just grieving, she was likely trying to save her calf. Orcas often attempt to revive their companions and family members from the brink of death. Talika was probably making the same effort for her calf. Scientists have observed that orcas are intelligent and highly social creatures with deep relationships and emotions. But Talika's case was extraordinary. Talika refused to give up. She repeatedly dove into the water for her calf, retrieving the body when it sank. This mother orca's unwavering devotion proved that a mother's love can conquer all. Another orca, nicknamed Stumpy, was observed by a research team over several years. Stumpy had lost almost all of his fins in a severe accident, likely caused by a ship's propeller. When this happened, researchers assumed Stumpy would die. For many years, scientists found no trace of him and presumed him dead. But Stumpy returned, remarkably healthy. He was not alone. Stumpy was accompanied by 5 different families. Although he couldn't hunt for himself, the other orcas brought him food. 2 mother orcas were even seen bringing large herring fish for Stumpy. Stumpy was a testament to resilience, never giving up, and his family never abandoned him, always protecting him so he could one day thrive again. The scientists were moved to tears when they witnessed Stumpy's return. It was a remarkable wonder of nature. But the central question remains, why do orcas leave their companions to face death alone? Orcas are highly social and sensitive creatures. Research has shown that they develop deep bonds with their families. So, when one of them dies or faces death, the entire family supports each other. Just as Talika refused to leave her dead calf, many orca families do not abandon their members until their death is certain. Now, to answer the question of why orcas willingly embrace death and how they prepare for it, yes, in some cases, this is true. Especially elderly or ill orcas, when they sense their time is near, gradually descend into the depths of the water. They lose their strength and can no longer hunt, becoming increasingly weak. They prepare to surrender themselves to the deep blue sea. But their family members stay by their side as long as possible, making every effort to save them. Scientists believe that when orcas can no longer hunt, the final chapter of their lives begins. However, their bond with their families deepens during this time. Ultimately, they succumb to death amidst helplessness, affection, and mourning, marking the end of an orca's life. However, an orca's death is not the end of their existence. Instead, they give themselves to sustain thousands of other marine creatures. The orca's body gradually sinks into the water, becoming food for various marine species. This is a cycle that maintains the balance of life in the deep sea. The orca's bloated body, filled with gas, sometimes floats to the surface. Gradually, the body decomposes, and at the seabed, it helps sustain an entire ecosystem. This process begins immediately after the orca's death. For nearly a year, Various species of fish, crabs, and lobsters consume parts of the body. Once this process is complete, only the bones remain, which are then consumed by a special type of worm called osedax. These worms release acid that breaks down every cell in the bones. Thus, the last trace of the orca's body disappears, and nature completes its work.